everyone, today I'll be reviewing this movie. It is on Netflix called Crasher, and this movie, it is from Argentina. And in this movie we see this single mom, she's trying to do her best with her kid in this movie, but her 13 years old son, who is like all day playing video game, and he is in his world. Anything the mom say, he doesn't like it. He's like, oh, my mom is too much pushy and everything. But when one day this mom, she finds out that this basically Rumi, his name, he is going away on this camp, but she finds out that the Rumi in this movie is making plan with the dad. After camp he will come back and he will go live with his dad in this movie. So when this single mom, she finds that out, like this information, obviously she goes crazy. She's like, whoa, my son is leaving me to live with the ex-husband. So in this movie, when this opportunity come for her, like her son was going on this camp, but this camp driver, like the camp bus driver, like he basically in this movie, he tested really high for the drugs, like they found in his system. So this mom, basically in this movie, we see she volunteered to drive the bus to the camp so she can be close with her son, and basically she ended up going to the camp with her son in this movie. So I thought this movie, it is kind of like a family comedy drama type. So watching this movie, it was quite fun, especially the last act for this movie. Once we go to the camp with this, not just this mom, there's the other mom also coming to the camp. Like they're also like crashing that campsite. I thought once we go to the camp in this movie, I thought this movie was quite interesting. So I personally did like this movie. It is kind of like a heartwarming type movie, like you watch it, you feel good type. I think it's kind of like it's all ages type. You can watch it with your kids, something like that. So I thought all the camping scene in this movie, although they are familiar, but I think they're quite interesting. I think the mom in this movie, she done quite good job. I really like her. She's really very sweet and nice. She's trying to be close to her kids, which is so understandable. It's not just you like the main mom. There is the other mom in this movie. They're also quite funny. Also, there is other characters in this movie, that you meet them and you learn their story is also quite interesting. So I personally really like this movie. I thought this movie was good, honestly. Although at first starting of this movie, really, maybe a little bit not that interesting, but once we get going with the camp story, I thought this movie was quite good. Like I personally like, although this movie, it's nothing new. I guess you have seen this kind of story before, but I think all the acting is really good. Some of these characters in this movie really funny, and the way this movie, especially the take place in that camp environment, I really like. It's not just that the kids, they are learning things about themselves. I like that in this movie, the mom also learns something about herself, like it brings out a lot of stuff, especially about learning about yourself, getting over your fear and bullies. This movie does bring all these topics here, but done good job. Like it's interesting that, like I thought, whoa, although it's still very like a predictable story, I guess, but it's still the way it was done, it still is sometimes it's quite funny, sometimes it's really I was like, wow, what is happening here? But it's really very realistic. So I did like all the character also in this movie. Obviously you like the mom, also the son, he's like, he's trying to be in his world, he's really tired of his mom bothering him all the time, which is like understandable, I guess. This movie, yeah, it's really done good job telling the story about this single mom. She's trying to save her relationship with her son before he goes away to live with his dad, and I thought it was quite good. So I thought this movie is really very heartwarming movie that personally I liked. And that was my thought on this movie. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this movie. I thought this movie was quite funny, but same time it is quite heartwarming at a time. It really was good time watching it, and that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this movie. If you enjoyed about this review, don't watch other reviews on other movies. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, and I see you next time. Please take care.